Assalamualaikum everyone. I hope you're doing great. This lesson is about paradox and irony. It is made of two parts. The first part is going to be only about paradox. The second part will be about the common and differences of paradox and ironies. This lesson is intended for grade 12 life science and general science. The purpose of this lesson is to identify and tell the correct meaning of a paradox. Let's do a little warm-up. This is a quote. She is the mother of her father. This is a quote was given to Sayyidah Fatima, peace be upon her. She was called the mother of Prophet Muhammad, of her father, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What is different about this quote? Let's read it one more time. She is the mother of her father. Isn't there a contradiction? Could somebody be a mother of her own father? Would a daughter be a mother of her own father? Definitely not. So then, what do they mean by it? Why was Sayyidah Fatima called the mother of her father? She was called the mother of her father because the relationship with her father wasn't only as a daughter-father. She was also like the mother, where she was worried and concerned about him all the time. She treated him as her own child, as her own son. In this statement, there is a contradiction, a mother of her father. When in any statement, when there's a contradiction, and that contradiction gives a special true meaning to the statement, we call it a paradox. So what's a paradox? A paradox is a figure of speech in which a statement appears to contradict itself, but it holds some truth and wisdom. Keep in mind those two things. Whenever you are asked to identify a paradox, you need to look for two words that are opposite in meaning, that contradict itself. At the same time, those two words, they gave the statement a special true meaning. Examples of a paradox. You can save money by spending it. The question will be to identify a paradox in the sentence. What are you supposed to do in that case? You need to ask yourself two questions. Is there a contradiction? Once you find the contradiction, you need to find the meaning of it. You can save money by spending it. Is it possible for anybody to save money if he spends it? Is there a contradiction? There is definitely a contradiction. Saving money by spending it contradicts itself. Then what do they mean by it? I'll give you an example. Let's say you would go to a store and you buy light bulbs. Those light bulbs that save energy. You will pay money for those light bulbs. So you spent some money. So you didn't save. But at the end of every month you get an electricity bill. The first month you're gonna save a few dollars. The second month you're gonna save more. The third month and so on, you're gonna save more and more and more. Let's say you paid $10 for those light bulbs, but with the long run, a few months later, you'll be saving 20, 30, 40, and even more, maybe $100 for the long run. So this is an example of saving money by spending it. Another example. We must go backwards to go forwards. Ask yourself, where is the contradiction? Is there a contradiction? Could somebody go backward to go forward? It doesn't make sense. Going backward and going forward is a contradiction itself. Then, what does the author mean by it? Why did the author use it? I'll give you a hint. Remember a time when you had to apologize for something that you had done? A mistake. Let's say you lied to a friend, you lied to your dad. What did you do? Didn't you have to go back and apologize in order to get your dad's trust or your friend's trust? I know I'm not supposed to lie, but it happened. So this is an example when they say, we must go backward to go forward. You must go backward and apologize for the mistake that you did in order to get your dad's trust and keep going. Another example. I must be cruel only to be kind. Identify the paradox in this statement. So ask yourself, Is there a contradiction? I must be cruel only to be kind. Could somebody be cruel and kind at the same time? Could somebody be very mean and kind at the same time? No. So the contradiction is being cruel and kind. Cruel and kind, they contradict each other. Then why did the author use it? I'll give you a hint. Do you remember a time when you had to tell a friend about a specific thing, something that he or she had was doing wrong? It sounded very mean in the beginning, but why did you do it? You did it so in a way so you can be kind to a friend, so you can tell him that they're doing a big mistake, they have to be careful. It sounded cruel to your friend in the beginning, but the purpose of it was an act of kindness. This is an example of something that was given in 2018 on the official exam. The, uh, this is the question itself, to identify the paradox in paragraph 1 and explain it. I posted it exactly the same the way it was on the exam. This is the paragraph. Biological intelligence is a new concept that is nearly 4 billion years old. How does your body develop and use knowledge? Biological intelligence teaches your body to teach itself. Just like you educate your brain, you can teach your body. Lots of people have heard about artificial intelligence, but why haven't you heard about biological intelligence? That is because most of biological intelligence is quiet and unconscious. You see your hair grow, but you do not see your body learn. In this paragraph, you have to find one sentence, in that sentence where there's two words that contradict each other, that have opposite in meaning, but those two words, they give the sentence a true deep meaning. The answer for the question is the paradox is in the first sentence of paragraph 1. Biological intelligence is considered a new concept although it is very old. Logically, something which is 4 billion years should be old, not new. This is your assignment. Please, in each single one of them, grab a piece of paper, write them down, and ask yourself the two questions about where is the contradiction and what does the writer mean by each statement. Enjoy your day. Have a great time. And if you have any question, feel free to ask me or ask your teacher.